What made Mount Disappointment so disappointing for us? It wasn't the tracks. It most definitely wasn't the view along the way. It was a little sign. We saw it at every turn, but it was only after being blocked time and time again that we finally had to pull over and look. But more on that in a bit. Prior commitments mean we are leaving a lot later than normal. Our plan was to reach the summit of Mount Disappointment via the recently opened four-wheel drive tracks to watch the sunset, cook dinner over a campfire and do some stargazing. The last one being very dependent on cloud cover, or hopefully the lack thereof.
Oh, it's nice and clear this morning. Hopefully it clears up again.
Stick around and we'll show you how Mount Disappointment lived up to its name, along with our honest feedback on the BFG KO2 tyres. We are not sponsored and we don't have to worry about being nice. Let's get into it. The Great Dividing Range is a system of mountains, plateaus and rolling hills that stretch from Queensland to Victoria. It's the fifth longest land-based mountain chain in the world and the longest in a single country. This includes thousands of four-wheel drive tracks, and it's where you can find Mount Disappointment. Mount Disappointment sits on the southern part of the Great Dividing Range, just 83 kilometres north of Melbourne, or about an hour and 20-minute drive. This video marks us starting our Victorian Mountain Series. We chose Mount Disappointment as our first destination on this series as we didn't want to peak too soon. If you want some ideas of places to go, please subscribe. It's free. Also, leave a comment and let us know what else we should include. We read every comment. On the list of the top 50 highest elevated mountains in Victoria, 50 have an elevation just over 1,600 metres. Mount Disappointment doesn't even reach half that height, standing just under 800 metres above sea level. You can start to see where it gets its name from, however the tracks and sights here are anything but disappointing. So why were we let down? When we go exploring, we normally start by doing a little research to check for weather warnings, conditions, closures, etc. What we don't do is plan every track and road we go on. We get to the area and then start driving down every track we can find. We find this more enjoyable and less stressful as there's no such thing as a wrong turn, just a new way to get somewhere. With a plethora of different tracks to explore at Mount Disappointment, you do get spoilt for choice with rock, shale and clay tracks that will challenge everyone from beginner to advanced. There are also good gravel roads that will get you almost anywhere around the mountain. If you live in or are visiting Victoria and enjoy four-wheel driving, camping, bushwalking, horse riding or dirt bike riding, you need to put Mount Disappointment on your list. It's close enough for a day trip, but has enough to do there to justify spending a night or two. Campfires are permitted, but keep in mind days of total fire bans. Mount Disappointment also has seasonal closures, so check the local council websites.
It's getting on in the afternoon now and it's still a bit cloudy. Patches of blue sky coming through. Such a really pretty spot. We are on our way just to the top. We really want to reach the summit in time to set up and get our fire lit for dinner. We really want to make it in time to do some stargazing, so hopefully these clouds will clear in time so we can see some stars tonight.
So, what do we think of the BF Goodrich KO2? First impression is there's low road noise when driving through suburbia, and it handles much like the standard road tyres. Although that extra inch has made a world of difference. As in, it feels like we are sitting a lot higher. Anyway, moving on. On the freeway, the first thing we noticed was a lot more of a sway. This is due to the side wall being a lot taller than the road tyres. The side walls are also a lot stronger than a normal road tyre, so they should be able to take a bit more abuse off-road when encountering sharp rocks and sticks. Once we hit the dirt roads, the grip was amazing. Road tyres on a gravel road could feel like you were on ice, where with the KO2s, it didn't feel like we left the tarmac. Everyone loves rubber with a bit of grip, and these tyres had just that. In short, freeway driving is not the tyre's strong point, but what you lose there, it makes up for off-road. And let's face it, isn't that the whole point of getting them? Could these little signs that we kept passing give us a clue as to why we seem to be hitting dead end after dead end while trying to reach the summit? Due to an unforeseen event, the summit was closed. Had we not driven down every track we could find, we might have been able to make the summit. Not to be beaten, We set up our campfire at an elevation of 720 metres, just under 80 metres short of the summit.
Well, I guess this is as high as we could go today.
And the hits kept coming. It was a beautiful clear night with the moon providing the only light we need, although too much light for the stars to come out.
The sky is nice and clear. We didn't make it all the way up to the summit because the roads were closed, but this will do.
Mount Disappointment lived up to its name for us, but we will return. Avoid disappointment with a free subscribe and like. It would mean a lot to us. Thanks for watching.